Hey guys, today is Friday, December 4th. It is just before 10 a.m. and the temperature right now is 3 degrees Celsius. This is the intersection of King Street and Yonge Street. And that is a current look north of Yonge Street. And as you can tell, it is raining, although when I left my home this morning to come out to record this, it was actually snowing pretty good. But by the time I got downtown, that had turned into this light rain. So my original plan was to do a walk through the snow up Yonge Street. But I think I'll call an audible on that and improvise another walk instead. We'll save that Yonge Street walk for a day where it's actually snowing properly. It might still snow some more later today, so maybe I'll come back out. Here's a look at the 504 King Street streetcar. That one will be heading west all the way to Dundas West Station. And this here is Victoria Street, so I think I'll head north up Victoria Street to Dundas Square, and then maybe I'll head up to either Edward or Elm Street and make my way over west a bit, and probably finish up somewhere around Queens Park or St. Patrick's Station. I haven't really figured it out yet. So I am currently walking north on Victoria, and this is Adelaide Street I'm approaching. That's a one-way street where traffic heads eastbound. One block over to the west of here is Yonge Street, which is the major east-west divide that runs through downtown Toronto and then all the way through North York to where Toronto ends at Steeles Avenue. I think things might be a bit more interesting on this side of the street. So just to the southwest of here is the financial district. That's pretty much where I started. That was King and Yonge, where King subway station is. And this here is Richmond Street that I'm approaching. That's another one-way street, but this one runs westbound. There seems to be some construction up ahead. Maybe I'll cross back over. Fortunately, it's not too windy, otherwise it would feel a lot colder than this. And this is Queen Street East. And just on the northeast corner there is St. Mike's Hospital. The emergency room exit will be, or entrance will be up at Shooter Street, which is just a block to the north of here. That was an ill-advised jaywalk attempt right there. So just to the west of here, which is in that direction, is the Toronto Eaton Centre, and just beyond that, you'll find Old City Hall and the new City Hall. And in between here and Dundas Street, we'll be going by the backside of a trio of quite famous Toronto theaters. First will be the Elgin and Winter Garden. That's this guy right here. The front entrance is on Yonge Street. And this is where, back in 2003, I think, Conan O'Brien came to town and filmed a few episodes of his then NBC talk show. Of course, due to the pandemic, none of these theaters are operating right now. And the next really large theater is right here. This would be Massey Hall, which is undergoing a fairly extensive renovation. I think these theaters are all somewhere around 100 years old. So this is Shooter Street. And normally there's a rather iconic entrance to Massey Hall right on Shooter Street. And my umbrella has blown inside out. Let's see if I can fix that. There's where St. Mike's emergency room is. And there's the entrance to the parking garage at the Toronto Eaton Centre. There's one more theater just up ahead. This is the Ed Mirvish Theater. Again, the main entrance to this, like the Elgin and Winter Garden, is on Yonge Street. It looks like Hamilton was supposed to run between February and May, but obviously that didn't happen. I know someone who is a Broadway dancer in New York City, and they were supposed to be in town all summer for a show, but those plans were canceled. There's the Senator, which is a pretty well-known place to grab a bite in this area, and the old Olympic Torch building, which is now home to some Rogers-owned television stations. And straight ahead of here is Ryerson University. I cut through there on a walk last week. You can start to see there's some snow flurries mixing in with this rain. And this is the famous Dundas Square. There's a look at the Toronto Eaton Centre. I've certainly passed through Dundas Square more than a few times on this channel in the past. It's always one of the liveliest and most vibrant corners of the city, although these recent restrictions have certainly taken a large bite out of that. And this is Yonge and Dundas, where we have a scramble crossing. So I will take advantage of that and head over to the other side. There's a look south down Yonge Street, and a look west down Dundas Street. Here we have Edward Street, and a large tower going up where the world's biggest bookstore used to be located. At least that was its namesake. There's the Ryerson University Student Learning Center. This particular stretch of Yonge Street has changed quite a bit over the years. I remember coming here as a kid and going back and forth between a few different arcades. There's also a large HMV record store and Sam the Record Man just over there. And a lot of places where you could get things like fake IDs and a sticker lady that would slap a sticker on you and then ask for some kind of donation, which would really just go in her pocket. All right, so this is Elm Street. I'm going to turn west here. And here's probably my favorite restaurant in all of Toronto, Barbarian Steakhouse. It was also a favorite of Jose Bautista of the Blue Jays when he used to live here. Although I can't imagine a high-end steak restaurant doing a very good takeout or delivery business. I'm pretty sure they've closed their doors. And this street, Harry Barbarian Lane, I would assume its name is derived from the same place the steakhouse got theirs from. There's a restaurant on the other side of the street here called the Bangkok Garden in this beautiful old building. Yeah, it looks like they have a food truck. Good for them. I hope they're somehow managing to survive throughout all of this. So this is definitely a mix of rain and snow right now. The light rain has turned mostly into light flurries. The next major intersection will be Bay Street. And just on the northwest corner will be the famous Sick Kids Hospital. There's some more shuttered storefronts. Something that's an all too common sighting these days. And this is Bay Street. There's a look to the north. And off in the distance there is the north side of the financial district. You can't even see First Canadian Place. Towards the top, it seems to disappear into the fog. There's the old bus terminal. I think that bus terminal is also being replaced by the new one at CIBC Square. And I seem to be walking directly into the wind now, so hopefully the camera doesn't get pelted with a snowflake. I bought this umbrella on Amazon because it had good reviews saying it was nice and strong, but clearly that was a load of BS. I even got a super chat in a live stream from some people saying, why don't you go buy yourself a new umbrella? It looks like walking towards the west might not be in the cards if this stupid thing can't hold up. This whole walk was improvised anyway, but it seems to be holding up. So this is Elizabeth Street. This area is well known for its hospitals. In fact, just up ahead on University Avenue is Hospital Row. You'll find Mount Sinai, Princess Margaret, Toronto General, and Sick Kids, all of which are very well-known hospitals, at least as far as Toronto is concerned. There's a look to the south, and that's the Hilton Hotel straight ahead. Oh. Correction on that, I think that was actually the Sheraton. They look kind of similar, but the Hilton, I think, would be a bit more towards University. There's the Ted Rogers Center for Heart Research, one of the numerous hospital buildings in this area. And I'm probably not going to make it all the way across University. Nope. These are two-phase lights, so they don't give you enough time to really get all the way across unless you really hightail it. That doesn't mean I can go get, or I can't go get stuck on the median here in the middle. Let's look north, up towards Queens Park. This was erected by the members of Toronto District's Sons of England in memory of those who fell in the Great War. 1918 is the date. These are the new dedicated bike lanes on University Avenue. Just 2 days ago, I did a bike ride down here. That video will be posted on the Johnny Stumbles channel, perhaps sometime around the same Date as this video is posted. So just up ahead here is Baldwin Village, which is a very neat neighborhood in Toronto that's quite underrated. But I will turn north up Murray Street. I don't think I've ever walked up Murray Street on this channel before. I'm gonna wave this car through. I don't want to play chicken with traffic today. There's the corpse of someone's bike. This umbrella is getting kind of old. All right, this settles it. As soon as I get home, we are hopping on Amazon, folks. And we are going to leave a very poor rating on this one, if it'll still let me do that. This is absolutely useless. But I'm using the good camera, which is not waterproof. So I don't want it to get wet. Man, I am walking into a really strong wind right now. I don't even think a much better umbrella is going to survive that very well. Kind of holding on to it with all my might. And the camera lens definitely took a little bit of a beating there. Let me see if I can wipe that off. Hopefully that's better. All right, so I've got one mission now. Let's get myself to the subway station. This is the backside of the Princess Margaret Cancer Center. Looks kind of like the entrance to a swanky hotel. And this is Orde Street, so I can take this back over the university and jump into the subway just north of here. Although, to what extent do I have to risk my life just across the street? Well, that was a fun adventure. Although it is kind of nice when you have the wind at your back. All right, there goes the umbrella. I'm not even gonna fight it anymore. As the subway station is less than a block away. This is College Street I'm approaching. Normally I'd go to the intersection and take a good look around, but nuts to that, folks. We are just trying to get inside without destroying this camera. And there was an entrance behind me. I am aware of that. That's okay. Gotta throw my mask on here. And I think I was thinking of St. Patrick's Station. I don't think there was a more southern entrance than that. Well, perhaps that was a bit more of an adventure than I had anticipated. It's 10:28 a.m. and it's 5 minutes till the next southbound train. And 1 minute until the next northbound train, so I shall take that one. I could go in either direction actually, as the southbound train will loop around and then head north up to Midtown. So I could take one long train, or I could transfer twice and take two shorter trains. And I think will probably work out to be similar time-wise from here. But I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this walk.
Line 1, walk on. Please stand clear of the doors.
There are links to my Instagram account and Patreon in the description if you wish to support the channel. You can also check out YouTube channel memberships.
Next station is Museum Station.
Those are available on the main page, and don't forget to go over to my other channel, Johnny Stumbles, and subscribe to that one. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you on the next one.